Welcome to the first video of my woodworking video series. In this video, I'm going to provide 6 tips for anybody to improve their woodworking skills. Woodworking may seem daunting for most beginners, especially if they know a lot but have never actually tried before themselves. Reading, researching, and understanding through sites and books is one thing, but actually applying and learning from what you know and how you overcome actual obstacles is a totally different ball or word game, if I may return in this case. So having said that, here are the top 6 tips I've actually learned and built upon in my 6 years of being in this trade and industry. 1. Do not be a perfectionist. I noticed most beginners, including myself when I got started, try to be as perfect as in wanting their process to be smooth and works to be perfect as what they saw in books and sites, or what I again label as theory. But when they face unexpected challenges, they tend to hesitate to proceed further. For 2 main reasons. A. They do not expect to face those challenges, and B. They do not know how to deal with them. My solution on this is to not try to be a perfectionist, but just get going with what you know first on the critical components before you rectify the shortcomings. But if you do not know how to deal with those on your own, you certainly need guidance from someone who does. 2. Do not be critical of your works and compare with others. Most beginners tend to be critical and get frustrated by indicating what is wrong with their works and beginning to compare with other experts who actually have been in this trade much longer and knows better. Not only this undermines their works, but demoralizes them and wastes their time in the process as well. Real experts do not see their way. They recognize what was wrong, learn from those, and how to do the right things as they move on. 3. Selecting appropriate tools for particular jobs. You can find a variety of hand and power tools in any woodworking shop, which I observe to be usually fully equipped. But selecting appropriate ones for particular jobs is a trap most beginners do not have, but experts have. I would say it all depends on what project you want to design. Furniture, hard, strap, or other wood-crafted artifacts all require different sets of tools. You can either consult with the shop owner, who usually is an expert or intermediate, or someone else you know is better in this field than you. 4. Positive mindset and right attitude. Besides learning, applying the right fundamentals and selecting appropriate tools, developing a positive mindset and right attitude are just as essential. Even if other people, especially your family, friends, and relatives, do not feel that way, nor see any career prospects in what you want to do. Under that scenario, when you feel people are putting you down, it is very easy to develop negativity. So while you can do this by yourself, I would strongly suggest you learn from right mentor and right community of like-minded people that you can form and develop friendships or even joint venture partnerships with to get things done faster, easier, and better. Such courses do not usually come cheap. They are well worth every dollar since I invested in those myself before honing my woodworking craft. 5. Consistent and persistent practice. Just as you cannot be expert in riding a bike nor playing soccer, the same goes for woodworking. Even as you learn from other experts, face unexpected obstacles, and still make mistakes when applying, it is very important to become consistent and persistent in what you know you are supposed to do. Even if you do not see the results you want, or family and friends mock or pass disparaging remarks over your initial works. Now I know this is not easy, but in order to make a transition from beginner to intermediate to expert, you have to develop it and take a long leap of faith in yourself and those who you learn from and feel the same about you. The more you practice, the more you learn, and the better you become over time. 6. Acknowledging and correcting your mistakes. While learning from experts and like-minded community is good, there will be times when certain individuals or even experts point out your mistakes in what you should not do and should do based on what they know. Whether they will be in offline community gatherings or online like Facebook groups, which I see many people are forming as based on their common interests these days, especially in the week of pandemic when writing this and shooting this video. True being said, nobody likes to have their mistakes pointed out and being criticized. It is never easy mentally and harder to eradicate in action. But it is still what you have to do. Being criticized by those who do not understand what you are doing since they have never done themselves is one thing, which in this case could be your family, friends and relatives. But being put in the same situation by those who do and are better than you is another. If you cannot accept and acknowledge your mistakes, you will find yourself repeating them consciously or subconsciously, which will hinder your progress to become better. Rick Benson is a seasoned woodworking has been in this field for 12 years. In fact, much of what I know and explaining to you is what I learned from him. So for more woodworking advice and information, please feel free to check out his site at www.forwoodworkinglovers.net. Rick wrote all the articles while I do the videos for him at this point of time. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned something useful and will be able to apply in your woodworking, whether you want to treat this as a hobby, a business, or even as a career.